Hi, my loves. Welcome, welcome. Listen, I got some news for y'all today. See all of this stuff? See this right here? This place? We packing it up. We're packing it up. To be honest. So, let's pack. Let's chit chat. I have to put away all the stuff that I'm not going to be using every day. All right, so moving. Yes, it's confirmed I am moving. We purchased the house and now I'm moving. If you're new here, let me catch you up to speed, or if you just haven't been watching in a while, even if you watch every single one of my lives, let me catch you up to speed. Okay? Hi, Melvin. So basically, I moved to Florida with $1 and a dream in 2022. Yeah. Okay. It's been a long, long, long journey. Okay. I started making content. Ooh, I can't really say I started making content this time or I started making content. I just been going full time as a content creator. I'm talking about like always creating content. I have always created content ever since 2021. Okay, and then it turned out to become a full time job. So I'm a full time content creator, influencer, whatever you want to call it. And now has the time has come where I can no longer stay in the house I'm in. Hi, Julio. Hi, Mantu. All right, so yes, we are moving. Let me get my little bubble wrap baggie. We are moving. Um, I got this bag of bubble wrap. I don't know what color the bubble wrap is. I don't know how it looks. I was just told that it's good for my perfumes. So, oh, it's like baggies. Oh, lit. Okay, so I have a bunch of perfumes, right? I have a big perfume collection. I have a lot of makeup, and I have a lot of like products, and I have a lot of workout equipment. So we cannot stay in this house anymore. Like this house is already too small. But we decided to land in this house when we came to Florida because I wanted to pursue content creation full time and pursue my career as an entertainer. And my husband also likes the warm weather, so we decided that we were gonna come here and do it. And I told him, I said, if you get us to Florida, I will make the best content ever and I will become a full-time content creator. Watch me work. I will do this full-time and I will make the best music ever, and you won't have to worry about nothing. My husband said, he looked at me like, okay. He drove us down here an hour. How should I do this, guys? Should I put it in one bag and then tie it up? Yeah, I think I'm going to do one bag. So anyway, I don't know. We lived in a few different places. So he had, back in 2013 when I first became a mom, my husband, he bought us a house in the Bronx. And then a little history class for everybody here because I've never shared this story. Jojo, you also like the warm weather? Very nice. Oscar, saludos amiga desde Mexico. Oi! Viva Mexico! Congratulations on your move. Continue success in all your dreams and admiration, and keep that short hair looking famous. Thank you so much. What's up with your face? It's blinks. It need to no, I think it's the dirt in your eyes that you need to wash out. Thank you. You have a perfume store. Congratulations, Aquila. Send one to me by mail. Julio, thank you. I love you, my friend. You always have been nice to me. Always watch your videos. Oh, thank you. I love you guys. I really, really do. So, um, we moved from the Bronx because there was a lot going on. Where's my little? Oh, all right. So I'm just picking up perfumes. Honestly, this is my favorite perfume. I don't want to put it away yet. No, I'm not putting her away yet. I gotta stay focused because I will get distracted and get into the story and pack up stuff that I actually use every single day. And like I just select from these perfumes every day. I don't wear the same perfume every single day, but there's some stuff that I want to keep out, but I'm not. I'm just gonna stick to like 1 or 3. Okay, so I'm gonna put those to the side. Um, so I'm just like, so we decided that for our peace, our family, we wanted to break generational dysfunction. You know, we didn't want to raise our child the way that we grew up, and we wanted a fresh start. You know, see where we grew up, it wasn't the norm to have a healthy, happy marriage, if that makes sense. It wasn't the norm for people to, a man and a woman, to come together and raise a family and build each other up and really love each other and give their children the, you know, a good life. You know what I'm saying? So we wanted for our family to move in a positive direction. Where we were living at in the Bronx, it was a nice collab invites. Okay. I'll check those emails later. It's a brand email. So, I mean, I had got to a point where I was just tired of being depressed. I was tired of not fully being able to spread my wings. I was tired of feeling disappointed by people in my life. I wanted better for myself. I wanted to be, you know, more active and more in my creative element. So we decided to move out of NYC and we went to the suburbs. We lived in the suburbs for a little while, and then we realized it was just one step closer to our destination. We always wanted to either leave the country and live on an island somewhere or just move to Florida. California was on the list, but that was very dependent and contingent upon whether or not there was like good work opportunities. Because you know, when you move from somewhere, you also need to have a salary to match. So New York is one of the most expensive places. We didn't want to leave, but we knew that in order to grow in a positive direction, that we needed to move from New York. First of all, the winters are too long for us, for people like us. Some people live in New York their whole entire life. They love it. They will never live anywhere else. And that's a beautiful thing. But for us, we knew that we like to be outside. We don't want to feel like we never wanted to feel like we were paying to go on vacation and then come back home to like a cold place that's dreary, that has like 9 months of winter, that, you know, you can only go outside certain times of the year. For people like us, that did not work. And I knew that where I was heading in my life, I couldn't prosper in a place like that. You know, aside from that, there was just a lot of people who felt like they wanted to be a part of our life that we didn't want to be involved with. There was people who felt entitled to be within our company, and we didn't want, we wanted space. There were people who felt like they had some type of entitlement. I don't know. It's kind of strange when people just start showing up to your house uninvited. Like, let me in. like they live here, like you live here. And I didn't invite you. I didn't tell you you could come to my house. Why are you showing up to my house? So that started to become a little bit too frequent. When we told people we were moving on and expanding, a lot of people got really, really upset. Like, a lot of people got upset. And they felt angry. And a lot of people showed it. And some people just was like, oh, man. Well, can you keep in touch with us? Of course. As long as you don't come with no drama, of course we could keep in touch. What do you mean? So, I'm not going to speak too much for other people, but what I will say is we decided that we just wanted growth. We wanted growth, and for me, it was going to take a little extra effort, something more drastic, because I'm in the presence of people. You know what I'm saying? I'm a creator. I'm a teacher. I'm a lot of things, right? But one thing I am is I'm not stagnant. So I started to feel like the walls were closing in. And it was not a good feeling, y'all. It was not a good feeling. I was feeling stuck, like everybody was trying to pull me in their direction. Nobody wanted to respect the fact that I'm an adult. I can make my own decisions. I don't want to stay here. And so, what did we do? We left. We left. We thugged it out. I continued to make content. Started making more content than ever. Had a good time doing that. But then, because we had left out, we sold our house and downsized. And so, when we downsized, we didn't really have that much space. So we had to make the sacrifice, live somewhere that didn't cost as much money, and save, right? Because we didn't have a small loan of $1 million. So we had to use our brains. You know? He has his skill set, I have my skill set. But one thing that was always important to me is, or was, and still is that my child has I have the best relationship that I can with my child. That he's healthy. He's prosperous, he has a great education, and he's safe. And nobody is infiltrating his mind with generational dysfunction. And as soon as I made that decision, I felt very, very lonely. I felt very lonely. Because when you come from a big family, and you know that your family is a resource. Even if they're toxic, you can still call your mom and be like, hey, can you keep my baby, or can you know what I'm saying, so I could go do something productive, or so I could have a little time. We had to let go of all of that. Like, I'm talking about all of that convenience of having the resources, just so that we could have peace. Just so we could have peace. And that was one of the hardest things for me, somebody who comes from a big family on both sides, to just be like, all right, I'm not going to rely on my family for anything. I'm going to figure it out. And we're going to figure it out. And so my husband, he made sure to keep me safe. He kept us safe. He said, if you want to be a stay-at-home mom, I'm okay with that. He said, you're very talented. I'm not worried about you being a stay-at-home mom. But whatever you do in terms of your work, whatever you do to get money, it must be in your area of expertise. And if you guys don't know, I come from a musical background, so I teach voice. I'm a voice pedagogy teacher. At least I did for years, okay? Like years. And then as soon as the pandemic came about, the in-person lesson stopped. It stopped. Because I could not get a job in teaching voice until I moved out of New York City. I changed my address. You know how I know? I worked for a very prestigious voice lesson company. They do concierge voice lessons. Come to your house. You gotta have a lot of money to afford that type of service, to have someone, come to your house and teach you or teach your kid like an instrument. So they wouldn't hire me. I had applied for that job back when I was living in the Bronx. They would not hire me. You know how I know that? Because on the day that I got a call back, mind you, this is way after I left the Bronx. I have been out of the Bronx for like a year already. And the owner called me and was like, hey, I see your application here, and your application looks very appealing. I would like to hire you. So I'm like, okay. He was like, do you teach blah, blah, blah instrument? I'm like, no. He was like, well, it says here in your application from whatever date. He named a date that I was living in the Bronx. He was like, it says here that you applied for this position. I'm like, oh, shoot, yes. I did apply for that position. He was like, ha, ha, ha. And he gave this laugh like, haha, nope. So it hit me that employers actually will discriminate, or they will be selective based on where you live. That man did not hire me for that position, for that role, even though I had been qualified for that position. Overly so. He would not hire me until he's seen another address. So yes, sometimes you don't get hired because of where you live. I got that job. I ended up making $49 an hour. $49 an hour. Teaching voice lessons and piano lessons to wealthy families, wealthy children. Sometimes it was two siblings that needed lessons. Sometimes it was a mother and daughter that needed lessons. Sometimes it was the whole family. So I ended up, this is how I knew I had a gift, because not just like performing, but like just had a gift, because I do not want to put this away, y'all. Because every family I went to, they called the owner of that, they called the same guy who hired me. He was very much in close proximity to his employees or his contractors, because I wasn't really an employee, I was an independent contractor. But anyway, he would call me and give me the feedback of the families every single time. And he called me one day, like after the first meetup, because it was on a trial basis. So basically you would have to go into the family's house to do a trial lesson, and then when you did the trial lesson, the family called the company and they said whether or not they liked you and wanted you to stay and be their private teacher. I always got calls back. The families always wanted me to stay. And so the first time he was like, oh my God, they loved you, they want you back, yay. So I'm like, yeah, we hit it off, cool. Next time he calls, oh, they love you, they want you back. I'm like, cool, we hit it off. The next time, hey, they called me, they said they loved you, they want you back. I said, cool, we hit it off. He calls me again. Aquila, you have a gift. Something is wrong. You have a gift. Everybody loves you. These people love you. He was like, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know, but you are amazing. So he promoted me to be director. And so I did a little bit of that. And then I got hired by this one family who actually, I'm not dropping names either. I got hired by this one family who's like pretty freaking famous, right? They needed voice lessons. So I didn't know that it was going to be like I didn't know, I don't even think he knew who they were, the owner of the company. Like when I went to their house, they lived in this penthouse on the 26th floor. I'm talking about I'm talking about rich and famous. So, however, I was working with rich people on a regular basis, and some of them are low profile, and some of them are like high profile. Some of them are low key. Some of them are high profile but low key. They don't like to even be known. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, it all depends. But this family was known, you know, pretty profilable, and just famous. And guess what? He called me and said, "They love you. They don't want anybody else but you." You know, it's that kind of vibe. So I'm like, cool. We hit it. My baby. Oh, my girl is calling me right now, and I'm live streaming. I gotta text her. So we ended up. I ended up with so many clients, and then the pandemic hit, and I personally did not feel comfortable going into people's houses, because one thing about a lot of these people is they were not cleanly. They were not hygienic, okay? They were still, like, we had a policy where you were supposed to cancel the lesson if your child, or if you were feeling ill, if you had a cough or runny nose. It was very specified. I even still have the policy. And 98% of the time, they wouldn't cancel. Hi, Cassie. Wait, can y'all hear me? You good? We good? We can keep going? All right. Yes, Toby, I can see you. Hi, Cassie, baby. So I stopped doing the in-person lessons, and I decided to do online lessons. They were so scared. They called me and said, "What's stopping you from siphoning our students and making them your own?" I was like, that's your clients. That's your people. What do you mean? Because I told them, like, after a while, I told them, listen, I'm going to be leaving. I'm going to be moving on. Because I had my own clients, and I really didn't have any reason, because that company's owner wasn't with the online thing yet, and I was already with the online thing. I had already saw that it was a smart thing. I was like, this is where the world is turning. This is where the world is changing. We need to be doing remote lessons. First of all, I don't feel like driving all hours of the night to go to these people's houses. I love them, but I don't want to drive late at night, all up in the woods of Connecticut and White Plains and Westchester and all of this. I just want to be safe, physically and internally. So I'm going to have to not do any of these, in-person lessons. And he wasn't really having it. He was like, nobody's sick. And I love him because he was such an amazing person. But he didn't understand. He was like already in his late 40s, 50s. He didn't understand that, like, listen, babe, people need social distancing right now. We can do the same things online. So even my clients were requesting it, but at that point, I was starting to become more popular on TikTok. And my social media platforms were growing. So I had this inkling one day in 2021 to share a singing tip with the world, and that video went viral. And it reached like 2 million views in a short space of time. And then that's when my influencer / content creator journey really took off when I started to share that. And I did that for like almost every day for like a handful of years. And so I say all that to say, even when I moved here to Florida, I was still still navigating. So what that led to is me getting a lot of clients of my own. And then people started to realize that, oh, she knows what she's like. She's a voice in this space. I want her to be my teacher. So what happened is I have a busy schedule now. Even during the move down here, I was still teaching lessons. But it was good because I could teach from anywhere, right? Doing taxes, everything. Doing my taxes, doing things legitimately. Absolutely. And so I decided that I'm going to give value. Started taking clients one-on-one. And next thing you know, first I start out with this price. Next thing you know, I get really busy. Now I got to up the price. Then I get really busy. Then I got to up the price. But I was just like, I'm still going to keep my own thing going because I have a personality and I have a desire and a need to connect with the world in ways just beyond what I could teach, as a voice teacher. You know what I'm saying? Hi, baby. Yes, I'm packing. Woo! So it was just very, very interesting. It took a lot of years for me to get to the point where I was like comfortable to make content online. That was nerve-wracking. Even though I come from a performance background, it's not easy. It's not easy. But I knew that this is something I wanted to do. I love people. I love the relationship that I can develop with people. So I started doing a lot of what kind of content, where my OGs at. What kind of content did I do in like 2021, 2022, 2023? Somebody, can you take it slow? Take and show. Oh, you want me to show the perfume bottles? Where did I get the bubble packing paper? Babe, my husband just brought a big bag of bubble wrap. Like, he just bought a big bag of these bubble packing papers. He got them from work. I don't know, like, where they're from per se, but he brought them. He was like, here, baby, your perfumes are going to be safe. So I was like, oh, okay. Thank you. Because he knew I was worried about my bottles. So, okay. So this is Fleur, guys. Don't worry, I still got plenty more perfumes to show y'all. That was missing person, Fleur. Yes, I'm wasting them. You're absolutely right. But this is like, so this is a bag. And I kind of don't want to put like 2 of them in there. You think I should? You think I should put 2 of them? Like this? Let's do it like that. So, I went ahead and I'm teaching voice lessons. Cut and wrap. Oh, you want me to like, cut this, and then, but when I cut it though, oh, you want me to use this like a roll of bubble wrap and like, okay, and not like a bag. I see what you mean, but then that's gonna mean that I have to look at this big bag. Like, I have a whole lot, so don't mind me, okay? Like, I'ma just tuck them in there and they're gonna be all right, because we got so many, okay? Way more than we have perfume, all right? Don't worry, I promise I got you. So, okay, I don't want to put this, so, all right, this is like my newest one. All right, so, look, I still got my Beyonce. So I'm like, okay, so I'm teaching one-on-one lessons, right? So my lessons, my voice lessons now are like you know, I have my students on a monthly basis or on a semester basis, and they think that they're gonna get some voice lessons, some voice vocal training. Yeah, you're gonna get vocal training, but we taking it somewhere, baby. We taking it somewhere. So because I don't just do things just to do them. Like I want this to go somewhere. So where are we going with this? You know what I'm saying? So like I always ask my students, what is your vision? Where do you want your voice to take you? Some of them said, I want to do this, like, I want to really sing. Like, I want this to be my full-time career. Others were like, I just want a little voice. Okay, babe. Well, whatever you want to do, we're going to put you on that path. If you want to take the getting signed route, we could get you there, too. So, you know, it's just a matter of me sharing, growing, helping people. You know, I love to help people. I love to show people the way. I love to teach. That's one thing I love to do. Now, we'll get into this story a little bit more about like my old yoga content and stuff like that. But I was flooded with so many emails when TikTok Shop came about, but I was ignoring them. I'm like, I'm not gonna do TikTok Shop. That's what I was saying. Like, I'm not gonna do TikTok Shop or whatever this thing is. I see a lot of people selling on TikTok, and I was just like, okay, cool. I don't know this. It's new. But one day, I gotta keep this out. One day, I got a message. I mean, from this one company who was like offering me fitness equipment, and I'm like, I need fitness equipment because I was having a hard time at the gym. You guys, I was going to the gym and guys were walking up to me, grabbing me. I got my hoodie wrapped up, headphones, baggy clothes. Guys were coming up to me, making sure that like, I was like, hold up. So I can't go to the gym now without my husband. I know I couldn't go to the gym without my husband. He had to stand by me close enough so people know that someone is there to protect me, because they were not making it easy for me to work out. So I had to quit my gym membership. My husband had got me a gym membership, and I had to quit it because, not quit it, but I had to cancel it. So I did a whole lot of yoga, and I was traumatized from going to the gym. I'm not even gonna lie. Because I couldn't go there without being touched and being, I don't know what it is about people, but they just want to touch. Anyway, so I stopped going and I started doing my content from home. Just to keep my body flexible, just to keep my mind active so that we can communicate here on my platform, you know. And then when I got the message showing, you know, with them asking me to, like, if I wanted to try out their products, their workout equipment, I'm like, hell yeah, I want to try out this workout equipment. Because I'm not going to nobody's gym anymore. It's over for that. So they sent me the workout equipment. I love it. I end up getting on it. I lost 4 pounds in a week. And I was eating gelato like crazy. I was having a moment. Eating my gelato, trying to figure life out. And the next thing you know, I was like, I shared the story. The thing went viral. The video went viral. And they started sending me more stuff. And that went viral, 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 and that went viral. Next thing you know, I didn't have time to do voice lessons anymore. I was what's May to August? May, June, July, August. I was 3 months in. March, April. Let's just say 4 months in. To doing TikTok Shop. And I still had a whole semester. I still had a whole semester left with my student. And I was like, oh my God, I can't do both. They flying me out to TikTok headquarters. They want me here in LA this day. They want me in New York this day. I'm like, whoa, this is, you know what I'm saying? So 2024, was the conception of just whoa. You know what I'm saying? So you can imagine now how my house is so filled with workout equipment, with perfume, with like we just don't have the space here anymore to stay in this modest 2-bedroom home that we moved here to live in. And it was always supposed to just be a start, something just to keep. Oh, this box is getting heavy. I gotta get a different box. I don't want to make this too heavy. Yeah, I don't want to break my husband's back. So let me put this down. So I decided I like it a lot. Let's do it. Let's keep going. But when your clothes are spilling out of your closet, what are you gonna do? You gotta grow. You gotta move. You gotta. And it was a scary decision. It was really scary for me to do this, because we have been we wanted to buy a house when we first came down here, but the market was so weird. And Florida is really strange. It's still strange to this day. There's a lot of corruption going on with the housing market. A lot. Even still. We had to basically we had to fight for what we needed. And I say that because we had a really mean what do you call it? Underwriter? Not underwriter, but certain people, like a particular person in the process was really not helpful, let's just say that, and was making the job difficult. Even the banker was like, they know they don't need this, they're just giving you guys the run. So I'm like, okay, so we let the people know we know what's going on, and they shut her down. That's it. So if you're buying a home, or if you're trying to get into a property of some sort, a rental or whatever, or if you're trying to get a car or anything, you're just trying to upgrade your life and get a basic necessity, and somebody's giving you a hard time, make it known in a respectful way, get somebody else, and keep going. Don't let that person discourage you, because we were like, what? Did she really say that? Like, yeah. Some people are just not here to help, and you know what? That's okay. Their place will find them, okay? Their place will find them. Trust and believe. But don't be a doormat. Anyway, we decided, yes, we're going to buy a home. Yes, we have been working extremely hard ever since we had to let go of our home, or sell our home. When we lived in the Bronx, it was rough. When I first came to Florida, we couldn't find a place to stay. If you think because you got some savings, you got a little bit of savings, you're just going to pick up and find a place to stay in Florida, honestly, that's not how it works. Everyone's experience is different, but coming out here and not coming to live with family, and you're coming out here because this is what they do. If you want to get a place to rent or to buy, they have to check your bank account. If your bank account looks healthy, they're going to charge you what they want to charge you. And they're going to make it up as they go, y'all. It's crazy. So you gotta, oh my God. If you're coming out here to live, or if you're going anywhere, be careful. Keep your money in a separate banking account. If they say like, oh, in order to qualify, you must have 3 months of savings saved up. Get a separate account. Don't show them all the money you have. Don't do it. They're weird. Next thing you know, they'll say the rent is $2,500. Next thing you know, oh, it's $32 because we have a lot of people who applied. And don't apply for that thing. Don't listen to them. They're lying. Just keep looking. Anyway, they're predatory, and there's no laws to regulate that yet out here in Florida. So just beware, because they will do that. But so we ended up having to stay in a hotel. People were like it was cool because we thought, oh, it's gonna be like a little temporary thing. It was a few weeks that we had to stay in that hotel, and none of us were used to that kind of situation, staying in a hotel. But everybody was trying to take our money. It was weird. Fortunately, we found a place. They still overcharge for this house. I don't care what anybody say. They still overcharge for this house. However, it's our home, and we were determined to outgrow it on purpose because we're the type of people who are like, we're addicted to growth. We love growth. We love peace. We love positivity. We love to make moves. We love to travel. We love to live a comfortable life. We love to be a resource. We love to combine and use our resources. We love growth. Um, and so we were very committed to, um, I don't know if my husband even knows this, but I was like determined to outgrow this space quickly because I didn't want to stay here. I didn't want to stay in this house. Um, but I'm very grateful for this house. And I would, if I could do it all over again, I would do it all over again. I'm very grateful for this house. But one day I did catch this guy watching me through my window at night. I was live streaming. And it was a guy watching me through my window. And I ended up breaking the window in his face. That's when I really turned up and really said, I'm leaving. My husband was like, what? My husband took care of it. But some people do not have self-control, so that's why safety is important. So is mental health. But every night I was uncomfortable, okay? I was uncomfortable. So we take surveillance, we take security very seriously. Just a little FYI, because nobody should ever be doing that, and no one should ever get away with stalking you or anything like that. That was just so weird. That was just so weird. And just thinking about it right now is making me cringe, but it makes me feel for everybody who has experienced something like that. But to be honest with you, that's why I stay with security. And I'm not gonna go into all the types of security, but I stay with security because I don't play like that. I don't play with people. I respect people. I respect their space. I respect people's time. If you're gonna sit here and make me uncomfortable and make me feel jeopardized, you don't deserve to feel safe. That is what it is. So people do not get it. Like, but anyway, it's been a journey. I'll tell you that much. I got 3 vacuums, a million fragrances, a lot of musical equipment. The list goes on. I am not putting this away, guys. And we're going to continue to make the most positive impact, grow, love, learn, pray, teach, rest, become better people, become smarter people, glow up. I'm not done. I still have plenty things that I need to do, and I'm just glad that I started. I'm glad that I've connected with you all. Like, this platform in particular, like, you guys are like my favorite. I say that time and time again. You guys are my favorite. Drop some hearts in the chat if you've been here for a little while and you know how much I really do love you guys. Drop some hearts in the chat for me. If you're new here, welcome to the Sky Club. I do want to see you guys' comments. So I'm going to hop in the comment section as well. So drop your comments. I'm not ignoring you. I'm just trying to pack so I can move. Because we got a lot of stuff to move. But nonetheless, so back to the whole stay-at-home mom thing. So I've been a stay-at-home mother for like the past for my son is 12, so 12 years that I've been at home creating, writing music, making my house a home, building my family, raising and homeschooling our son. He's 12 now, and he's going to high school. He's already 2 grades ahead, and he seems to be really enjoying his experience. He enjoyed middle school, and it was kind of rough putting him, like immersing him back into traditional school, because it's like he's been homeschooled. He went to pre-K and kindergarten, but like in first grade is when we decided to keep him home, because the public school that he was going to was very irresponsible, and they dropped him off at the wrong bus stop in a whole complete neighborhood where he didn't. They let him go on the wrong bus, dropped him off at the wrong neighborhood, all that stuff when he was. So that's when we stopped trusting the school system. We were so shook from that, because they did it more than once. We tried to be like, oh, well, since it's the first day of school or the second day of school, they make mistakes, but no, they were irresponsible through and through. So yeah, he ended up staying home, and then because of his homeschooling experience, he got ahead a lot faster. And then the pandemic hit, and that's when like remote learning was a must, and the kids fell behind. And it's crazy how that messed up the school system too. But he's been in homeschool, doing that homeschool thing. And if you guys have any questions about that, you can ask. But it went from book learning to online learning. And when he went to go sign up for traditional school, we wanted to put him in the 6th grade. They said he's supposed to be in the 10th grade because the classes he took were high school classes. We didn't know he was, taking all those advanced classes like that. But we knew it was advanced, but we didn't know it was going to have him so far ahead. So we were like, absolutely not. We're not putting our 10-year-old in high school with 18-year-olds. He can go into, because he was supposed to be going into like the 5th grade or something. Hold on, this is my husband. Hey, baby. Hey, I'm just packing and live streaming. You all right? Yes, baby. So are you still, like, I don't know how long you're going to be there, but, oh, okay. Yeah, I wanted to get something done, and I had to feed the boy. Yeah. All right. I'm going to call you in a little bit. Love you, babe. Later. So we didn't want him going to school with adults. And to be honest, he's 12 now, but he's going into the 9th grade. And we're still like, we look at each other like, damn. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, for real. But we don't want to hinder him because he's ahead. He's not hurting anybody. He's gotten so many character awards and honor roll and, a lot of praise and a lot of support from his school. And we don't want to hinder. We don't want to stunt that or be like, oh, no. So we guide him. We just guide him. That came with a lot of, I don't know, people are, maybe it's just me, but like there's a lot of mean people. Like when he started school, I don't know, like a lot of parents looking like, with their side eye and like making comments, and a lot of kids, making comments and stuff like that about, oh, he's not that smart, like saying negative things. I've had parents tell me directly to my face, that's unacceptable and stuff like that. And I'm just like, worry about your child. And it's the same kids who will tell my child that they absolutely do not like their parents. And that's sad. You gotta focus on your business. You gotta focus on your child. Your child. I don't ever worry about anybody else's kid because they have parents to worry about them. I worry about my child. And if another child, in whatever way, reaches out and needs me, I will be, and I am there for them. I'm kind to other children, but I don't watch people's kids and say, oh, what grade are they in? How they test their test score? Oh my God, they got a high score on the test. Oh, they don't deserve that. I don't do that. That's very weird energy. We just focus on us. And we stay out of the way and mind our business. I don't know what's so hard about that. But I never really cared how much money someone was making or how well they were doing. It's not hurting me. And if you are making money, wonderful. If you are doing great, wonderful. Keep doing that. Keep doing that. Love you much. But to say something negative about someone's accomplishments is weird. So did I follow through and accept the invites and arrangements and functions from that parent? No, I did not. I'm staying away from you because you weird and you don't like my child. So anyway, I'm not here to do that. But baby, it's been a journey. And so now it feels like everybody's at like sort of a completion where, my son, he's done with middle school. Like, we've outgrown this house. We're all starting fresh. And we need a new start again, I guess. So it could be a little bit scary. Because starting fresh is always... There's always things to consider, but I don't move in fear. I like to I just like to trust and have faith. And do, act, pray. I'm human. But this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. So... that's just some of what's been going on. It's just, I don't know, it's crazy. Like 1 minute you're in one place, and then the next minute you're here. Like you're way beyond where you imagine. Guys, make your vision boards. Make those vision boards. Manifest it, but work for it. If you just work for it, it'll come. But if you manifest it and work for it, it's going to come and it's going to be better. Don't listen to any of the negativity. Because honestly, people are always projecting. How are you going to tell me it's unacceptable for my child to be 10 in the 7th grade. Like, how you gonna say something like that? That's negative. So if you listen to people who are negative, then they're gonna lead you. They're gonna make you not like your life. You could have a beautiful life. They make you not like your life. They make you feel like you're not doing good. They make you feel like it's not good enough, like you're doing something wrong, even when you're doing something right. So y'all, stay away from negativity at all costs, by all means. Even if you have to, like, I don't care how much, like, by all means, stay away from negativity. If you cannot get rid of negativity, whatever is lingering, get rid of it. Start with the things. Start with the things. If something is holding on, is reminding you of something negative, get rid of that thing. I'm telling you, I've had to purge. And every now and again, I'll find something that somebody I have moved away from. I no longer associate myself with these types of people or with that energy. Okay, because it brought me down. Every now and again, if I find something, it could be a bookmark. If it came from that person, that place, it's going outside my house, it's going in the trash. That's how committed I am to living a positive, healthy life. Because you know why? Because when I did have those negative entities in my life, I was 50, 60 pounds overweight. Couldn't eat that pain away. Writing sad songs, couldn't write that away. I still got the sad songs, don't worry. They're really good. They're really good. I think sometimes the best songs come out of those, those situations, but guys, let it go. Please, please, please let it go. I wish I would have trusted my instinct and left these people alone sooner. For real. I don't know what it is about negative people, but they're weird. They're weird. We have this, like, outside my house, there's like this, it's called crabgrass. Like when you walk in the yard, these little spiky things. I don't know if it's just a Florida thing or in some southern states, but it's this little spiky grass and it grows weeds. But the spikes on the grass are like, it's like a ball. And it has a bunch of spikes growing out of it. The spikes are like rose thorns. And it's a seed, and it literally attaches onto everything. That's how negative people are. Like, if you get too close to them, they try to stick themselves. They try to attach themselves to you. I don't have time for it. I don't have time for negative mind frames. I don't have time for negative space, negative talk, negative nothing. If I'm going back to a situation, it's to learn from it. It's to reflect and see where I can learn. That's it. If we ain't doing that, baby, you done. You done for it. So I have paid the price, okay, several times over to be happy. I'm going to be happy. I've paid the price several times over. I have. And it hurt to let go of some of these people, man. It hurts. It hurt bad. It hurt me to the core. I had to get therapy. Because I never understood, why is it that I have to suffer just to be around people that I love? Why do I have to suffer to be around somebody that I love, somebody who I call family? Why? Am I crazy? I asked my therapist, am I crazy? My therapist said, no. The problem is those people are crazy and you better stay away from them. And I said, but I love them. And he said, yeah, but would you like somebody drilling holes in your boat? Are you okay with someone drilling holes in your boat? I said, no. He said, so you know what you got to do. I said, but that hurts. He said, it's going to hurt more when you're drowning. I said, bet. Say no more. I know what I got to do. Can't have both. Can't play both sides of the fence. Yes. Fragrance is therapy, right? I had to do what I had to do. And so here we are. Am I happy? Hell yeah. Does it hurt? Well, it did hurt in the beginning. And sometimes you still do miss your people. You do. They're not your people though. If you know what I'm saying. If we're on the same page, you know, like they ain't your people, man. Your people don't jump up and down when you have a mishap or like something bad goes on in your life. Your people won't recommend that you still stay in touch with people who are no good for you. Your people would never do that to you. Your people are going to tell you, hey, don't do that. Your people are going to check you and tell you you're making a mistake when you have negativity or negative people around you. Those are your people. You know who those people were? People who I wasn't even related to. People I met along the way once I decided to move on. Painfully. Even though I wasn't ready. Think I would be able to live in peace if I kept those people in my life? Think I'd be able to make a difference in the world and touch millions of people with a sound mind? You think I would be someone who people come to on a regular basis and ask for advice? Strangers who I've never even met before? If I kept those people around? No. So when I tell y'all to say these affirmations, I'm telling you because I've done them. And it worked. I'm telling you out of love. I don't want y'all to go through what I've been through. And if y'all have to go through it, I don't want y'all to stay there and suffer. It's okay to move on. It's okay. It hurts. But it's okay. You gonna let somebody keep hurting you? Or you gonna move on? Pick your face up. Walk away. They're just laughing at you, waiting for you to trip, waiting for you to fall. So they can laugh at you and kick you while you're down. We don't need nobody like that in our lives. That's crazy. That's not love. That ain't love. Congratulations on your move. Thank you so much, Larry. Young girls say you slay, they keep eating, girl. Thank you. You deserve to have a store like this. You're very nice and nice. You've always been nice. Thank you. Somebody said, I still haven't seen you on the beach in a swimsuit. We ain't do a swimsuit yet in 2025. Maybe a little bit, but not yet. What's the white perfume I was holding? What is it called? Was it in a square bottle like this? I love your hair. Thank you. God has something better for you. That's right. Why are you packing up? Our kids. Oh, you just got here? Yes. Okay. Moving. Watch your resistance band. Have me blush. Why, thank you. What's my business? My business is helping people to find confidence, find their purpose, hoping to transform lives, help people grow up, glow up, glow. All right. Always so beautiful, brunette. Thank you. Can you take and show the perfume bottles? God just bless our eyes. Perfect skin. Thank you, sweetheart. You're so sweet. Girl, I'll help you out just to be so. I got you, babe. Just let me know what you want. 2-bedroom modest. You live in downtown New York. I don't live in downtown New York. What are you talking about? Yeah, I used to live in the Bronx before I left New York. What part of Florida? Southern Florida. Oh, you're talking about actual property? Yes, I just got a new property. My mother lives in Orlando, Florida. It's pretty cheap out there. I live in New York, but she wants us to move there and have a beautiful house out there, 5 minutes from Disney World. Yeah, Jeannie, go live in Orlando. It's better. When I asked you, do you always have your face so shiny with the lotion or whatever? Yeah, as the day progresses, my face gets more luminous and glowy. I'm wearing the Clarins Double Serum and Angel. Angel. I always talk about it in my videos. What is it? This one, Instant Angel. This stuff. It's so good. Move solo, move in silence, rest in peace, praise yeah. Yeah, nothing good to say. Oh, you were bullied a lot? I'm so sorry to hear that. Bullying is the worst. It sucks. And there's whole adults that bully people, unfortunately. And if your parents have ever bullied you, they suck. I'll say it for you. I like your nails. Thank you, sweetheart. You are amazing. Wow, you look so amazing. Thank you. Happy dappy go, girl. Fragrance is therapy. Just push the button. I'm still looking to learn the 12 string. Oh, that's good. Went through that with my wife. I'm so sorry to hear that. It's the glow, sir. Are you moving, lady? Yes. That's a really inspiring quote. Thank you. You are more than lovely. Where are you from? I wish you all the best. Thank you guys so much. Somebody asked what's my OF. I don't have one. I am from Brooklyn, New York. What part of Florida? Southern Florida. What? Skincare. No, I really do thank you guys, for real. But I gotta get going. I got plenty work to do, so I gotta get going. But I love y'all so much. And remember what I said. I only share these details of my life so that it can help somebody else. Because really, I could just like really keep it to myself. You know, everybody goes through something, I feel like. But my story is, whoa. Like, there's so many more elements to my story that I haven't even touched on, y'all. But I just want to say, stay safe out here. When I say stay safe, I don't just mean, hey, drive safely, don't get robbed. I don't mean like that. I mean like that too. Like, stay safe. Keep your mind safe. You know? Keep your heart safe. Guard your heart. Guard your mind. Because at the end of the day, stuff is just stuff. Things are just things. Locations change, but your mind, you gotta keep that strong. For real, you gotta keep your mind safe, because once negativity infiltrates your mind, it changes your whole perception, it changes your actions, and that could either be the reason why you make good decisions or bad decisions. So protect your mind and guard who you allow in your space without being too guarded. Listen to the song You Gotta Be by Desiree. Just listen to that. All I know is love will save the day. You gotta be strong, you gotta be. Okay. So, yeah. Anyway, I love y'all so much, and y'all be good. I'll see y'all very soon in the next videos. Go follow my Instagram, my TikTok. Yeah. And subscribe to the channel if this is your vibe. If you've been here the whole time, you love it anyway. So make sure you subscribe, and we'll be back. Thank you. I love y'all. Can't wait to share more and come back and, hang out. All right, gotta go. See ya later. Bye.